Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Brianna. I post a new video every single Sunday and Thursday about tech, lifestyle, beauty, and my journey on becoming a teacher, so subscribe down below for new uploads every Sunday and Thursday. So if you guys can hear lawnmower sounds, I'm so sorry. I've been trying to wait for them to stop, but this is like take 6, so I have to just keep the video rolling. Okay, so today I'm going to be sharing all of my equipment that I use for YouTube, from lights, tripod, camera, microphone, all that stuff, and sharing the stuff that I got when I first started my channel versus stuff that I accumulated over the years and what I currently use now. So if you want to see all of my YouTube equipment, then just keep watching. Okay, so before I actually show you everything, just a quick disclaimer that I want to throw out there. If you are thinking about starting a channel, you do not need all this stuff. You don't have to spend any money. Honestly, if you have a smartphone, an iPhone, it doesn't even have to be an iPhone 11, Samsung, whatever type of smartphone you have, the camera quality is honestly so good. You can use natural lighting and you can definitely start a channel without having to spend any money. However, as you develop and grow, you definitely will want to start investing in better equipment, whether it's lighting or a microphone or a better camera, because you definitely want to see growth not only in your content and creativity but also in the quality of that. So these are things that I have gotten over the last couple of years with my own money. Yes, it's expensive. Camera equipment does not come cheap, but it definitely is worth it, and you will begin to see the investment pay off through your channel. So let me just start off with lighting. When I first started my channel, I had a really big bedroom window, and so I only used natural lighting, but that meant I could only film during the daytime and if it was sunny outside. So I decided to invest in a ring light so that whenever there was no sun or I wanted to film outside of the daylight hours, I could still produce content. So this ring light I got from Amazon. I believe it was about 70 or 80 bucks when I bought it from the brand Neewer. Okay, so this is the ring light that I got. I don't remember how many, it's 12 inches. This is 12 inches and this is just a straight ring light that turns on and off. I wish that I had got the kind that you could dim and control the temperature. So I will link this one down below and also a better one, but this is from the brand Neewer, which has tons of great equipment on Amazon. Let me plug this light in for you guys and show you. So all it has is an on and off switch, and it actually gets really bright. It comes with 2 different color panels, so an orange one and a white one. I don't know why, I just like to use one or the other, and so it's a pretty bright ring light, and I actually don't use it too often because my room right now is small and it would just be way too bright on my face. But this was definitely a great investment that I used for at least the first year of my channel. And it also came with this nice carrying case, and the stand also came with it. So with the ring light, you would just put your camera or phone, whatever you're using, on this mount or behind it so that it would go through the light and your face is nice and bright. So I used that ring light combined with natural light for about a year or a year and a half, and then next I actually got this as a Christmas gift from my brother. It was a 3-piece light set from Amazon. I believe it was also from Neewer. I'll link that down below. Everything will be linked down below. So I did not feel like pulling everything out, but this lighting system had 3 lights like this. So there was one small one to put behind you for the backlight, and then 2 on the side, and they came with umbrellas to kind of soften the light so that it wasn't too harsh on your face or whatever that you're filming. So I would have this stand with my light bulb, and then I would put this white umbrella on it just to kind of diffuse out the light. Oh no, this was from the brand Limo Studio. It's pretty big. And so I would just put this umbrella on it, and my setup was basically the 2 big lights on either side of me, and then behind me was the small light. After this, I'll show you guys my current studio lights, but I actually don't use these ones anymore. So I really don't use those lights anymore, but I'm still going to keep them just in case for future use. But this one is the small light that sometimes I will put behind me just to add some extra light behind me so that I don't look shadowy or anything like that in my videos. So after that, recently this year in March, I believe, I invested in another set of lights. These are pretty expensive. They were about $200 for a set of 2 that came with the lights and the stand. So these lights are amazing. They are so powerful. I don't honestly even need 2 of them, but these are from the brand Neewer. And so it came with this stand, and then the lights have these barn doors that open up like that. You can close them. And these lights, I'm able to control the temperature if I want it to be more yellow or more white, and can control how dim or not dim I want the lights to be. So these are great. They are so powerful that I usually only use one. So my typical setup right now, over here I have a window, and then I have the second light to this pair over here to just kind of add some more light around me so that I don't look shadowy. These lights are also great if you want to go wireless, so you actually are able to buy a battery pack and use that instead of having the cord. I have not purchased that yet, but I definitely will, because having a bunch of cords and wires just makes everything messy while you're trying to film. And let me just quickly show you guys what the other light looks like in my current setup that I'm doing now. And these lights also came with these nice carrying cases in case you ever need to travel or move your lights somewhere. Okay, so that is all my lighting. Honestly, nowadays I try to mostly just use my window, but sometimes if there's not enough light coming in, I just need an extra light to kind of just fill in some of the background. But lighting is free. If you can't afford lighting equipment, find a nice big window, film on a patio, or just find something to give you that natural light. Honestly, I think that filming with natural light looks better, but it's not always an option. Sometimes you just need to film a video, and so definitely having these studio lights is super helpful. Also for photography, sometimes I will set up like a sheet or a piece of paper to do some photos, and having these studio lights is really helpful for photography as well. Okay, so the first camera that I bought for my channel was the Canon Rebel T5i. It was a pretty expensive DSLR, but at the time that I bought it, I was in college doing journalism, and so I really bought it for a combination of classes and just for hobbies and YouTube. But you definitely do not have to buy a camera. So if you have a smartphone, that is a great option to start off on, and I think after that you should upgrade to a point and shoot camera. So my first camera after that one, I guess my second camera, was the Canon PowerShot G7X Mark II. I'm sure you guys have seen this one all over YouTube. It has a flip-up screen so that if you're vlogging, it's really easy to see yourself. So a point and shoot camera is literally just point and shoot. There's no interchangeable lenses. It's super easy, and it's definitely a great first camera if you've never worked with cameras before. It's pretty user-friendly, and if there's ever anything that you don't know how to do, Google is your best friend. So this was my next camera that I used for filming, vlogging, and all that stuff. Also photos. It takes really good photos, and it's super easy. The touchscreen, you can just tap to focus, and so this is a great camera for a beginner or someone who's just starting off on YouTube. I used this for about a year, and then I'm going to show you guys a camera that I'm currently filming on, which I just got about 4 or 5 months ago. So I actually had a DSLR, and I kind of got tired of the bulkiness and heaviness, and then I downgraded to this. It still was a pretty expensive camera. When I got it, it was about $600. So if you're looking for this, you can probably find them used or refurbished. So the advantage of this is that it's super small and simple and easy, but after a while I really just wanted to do some more advanced things, and I really wanted to have interchangeable lenses. So I started doing my research, and I had only known DSLRs from what I used in college and what I had learned about in some of my photojournalism and video journalism classes. Then I discovered mirrorless cameras. So I'm not a tech guru. I'm not going to get super deep into the DSLR versus mirrorless camera debate, but basically a mirrorless camera is just as good quality as a DSLR, but in a much smaller body, and sometimes they can even be cheaper. So the camera that you guys are watching me on now is a mirrorless camera. It is the Canon M50. I love this camera. It is so lightweight. It's super easy to use. It definitely does offer a lot more options and a lot more things you can do than just a point and shoot camera, and so I still have this just for vlogging or if I need like a dual camera setup, but this baby right here is amazing. So let me show you guys this camera. I'll actually film it from this one. Okay, so this is the Canon M50. It's a super lightweight camera and you can change the lenses out. Now this is going to be more complicated than using a plain point and shoot camera, but as you work you will learn more, and I always just watch YouTube tutorials and read up on different features of that. So this is the current camera that I have been filming on. I bought this refurbished for about $500. Okay, so let me just quickly run through all the lenses I have. So the camera came with this kit lens, which is the 15 to 45 millimeter lens. If you're looking to getting a camera that has interchangeable lenses, do some research, but basically the smaller the number, the wider. So 15 millimeters is super wide, 45 millimeters is closer in. You guys are watching me on a 22 millimeter lens, and then I also bought this Canon 50 millimeter lens, which is a lot closer up. It's really good for portrait photography, and if I ever want to do like a skincare routine or something that's really close to my face, I will use this. If you guys saw my what's on my Apple Watch video, that was filmed using this 50 millimeter lens. So also, that's something that's cool about being able to get interchangeable lenses is you can just really pick a lens based on your preference or what you're trying to do, and there's just so much more that you can do with a camera like this versus just a point and shoot camera or your cell phone. And I probably will at some point make like in-depth videos about my camera, about lenses, aperture, all that stuff. I am no photography expert, but I definitely have learned a lot of stuff over the years, and I always do a lot of research whenever I'm buying something new. So I will definitely make some videos that go more in depth about all that stuff. So something else about whenever you buy a camera, you always want to buy extra batteries. Most cameras will only come with one battery. This camera and also the M50 only came with one battery, so I always like to buy extra because it will suck if you're in the middle of filming and your camera dies, you don't have an extra battery, then you have to wait to charge it, and it just will mess up everything. So I find batteries on Amazon, and I get the off-brand because they do the same thing and they're a lot cheaper than buying the Canon brand, and so I will link down below where I got these extra batteries from. Okay, so next is audio. So audio is super important in videos. Sometimes if a video is low quality, I will still watch it, but if the audio is just terrible and I cannot hear what's going on, I will most likely not watch the video. If you guys hear the lawnmower sound, I'm so sorry. I usually have better audio. So audio is super important, and most cameras have okay built-in microphones, but definitely getting a plug-in or an external microphone will definitely up your audio game. So I bought this from Amazon. It's a lavalier mic that clips onto you for about maybe $15. Here's what it looks like. So I was using this for a while, and the only downside to this camera is that there is no plug-in for an external mic. So what I would have to do is take my cell phone, plug this in, record voice memos for my audio, and then at the beginning I would just clap so that I could see the spike in audio and match the voice memo to the camera and do all that stuff, which was kind of a pain, but I did that for over a year. But after a while I really just needed a shotgun mic. So a lavalier mic clips onto you. A shotgun mic are those big microphones that you see on top of people's cameras. Let me take my vlogging camera and show you guys the mic that I'm using now. And so I did a lot of hair tutorials, and so having a mic clipped on me while I'm trying to do stuff and having like water dripping and product just wasn't really the best, and so I upgraded to this microphone about 2 months ago. It was about $60 at Best Buy, and it is the Rode Mini. I will link the exact name down below. This microphone is awesome, and it's clipped on top of my camera so that I can be over here doing whatever I need to do and not have to worry about knocking off my mic or any of that type of stuff. So this is the shotgun mic that I use now. So you just put it on top of your camera. There's a cold shoe mount or hot shoe mount, please correct me down below, to slide that on, and then you plug the audio into the audio jack, and this is what my setup looks like. Next are tripods. So when I first started my channel, I was looking for the cheapest tripod possible, and I bought 2 tripods from Amazon. So this first one is a small desktop tripod. that's just like this, and then you can stretch it out. I think it gets up to maybe 40 something or 50 inches tall. So it's a pretty short tripod, and I would just prop it up on a desk in front of me and record. This worked great, but sometimes whenever I'm doing other things, I needed a tripod that was a bit more heavy duty and could get more height. So this other tripod is a standard size tripod. I believe it gets somewhere between 60 and 70 inches. And it also was the cheapest lightweight tripod that I could find on Amazon. And it definitely did get the job done. I think I've had this thing for maybe a year and a half or 2 years. I don't feel like taking it all the way out of the bag, but it pretty much looks the same as the mini one, but it's just the taller one. And this got the job done, but it was really just not the best tripod. And you're putting your expensive camera, your microphone, all that stuff on top of a tripod, so you want something that's going to be sturdy and that you're not going to have to worry about it wobbling or your camera falling off. Especially if you have a DSLR and a heavy lens on it, this tripod needs to be able to hold your stuff up. So I would say don't cheap out on the tripod, because I really just bought this because I was going for cheapest, but I should have went for something that would have been more quality. So the tripod that I'm recording on now was actually given to me by my brother's girlfriend, and this tripod is amazing. So this one is called the Mactrim Carlsbad. And it costs, I believe, about $60 or $70, but the quality is so much better and I can do so much more. If I'm trying to record something from the top down, I can tilt it all the way over and not have to worry about my camera falling off. Yes, my camera has fallen off with this one before. And so this tripod is definitely more expensive, but I love this tripod so much. It can also pop off into a monopod. It has every tilt angle, swivel, all that stuff in it. So let me show you guys the tripod. Okay, so this is the tripod right here. It is a full-size tripod, and this part right here can pop off and you have a monopod, and then it's just an overall great tripod and it really gets the job done. So last but not least, after you've done all of your recording and you need to edit, having different types of adapters is really useful depending on what type of laptop you have. I have a MacBook, and Mac has the strangest ports, and so on my old MacBook Air, the 2015, I had a USB port, and so I bought this adapter to stick my SD card into the USB plug. So this adapter is micro SD or SD to USB. With the new MacBook Air that I just bought, I only have Thunderbolt or USB-C ports, and so this was another thing given to me by my brother's girlfriend. Thank you, Nia. And this is an adapter that has a whole bunch of different things. So I can do micro SD, SD, and all the different USBs into my Thunderbolt. I would highly recommend getting this if you have a MacBook, just so that you can always have whatever port you need. I wish that Mac had USB at least, or SD. Actually, my 2015 MacBook Air, for the longest time I was using this adapter, and about 4 years into owning it, I discovered that it did have a SD port that I could just directly stick my card in. So check all the ports in your laptop first and see what you need, and then if you need to get adapters, get one that has a bunch of them on. And lastly, what I use to edit is my 2020 MacBook Air 13-inch. This has the quad-core i5 processor, 8 gigabytes of memory. I wish I had upgraded to 16, and 1 terabyte of storage, which I wish I had not gotten that much and saved a couple of $100. If you guys haven't seen, I have a MacBook unboxing and also a 1-week update. This is what I use to edit my videos using Final Cut Pro, and for my thumbnails I will use Lightroom, Photoshop, and Canva.com. So this is what I use to edit all the videos that you guys see on my channel. Okay, so that is all my equipment, old and new. I hope this video is not way too long. all in all, you definitely want to invest in your channel because you will see the fruits of your labor and the quality of your content, which will result in your channel growing and more interactions, subscribers, comments, all that stuff. With that being said, you do not have to buy a $3,000 camera or spend tons of money on equipment, because at the end of the day, if you have an iPhone in the window, you can start a channel. So definitely in the beginning, I would say you don't have to go out and buy all of this stuff. This is stuff that I have gotten over the last 2 or 3 years, and it definitely was a hefty investment on some of the different items. So don't be discouraged if you don't have the money to buy all of the equipment. It will definitely come as your channel grows, and you want to just start your channel and see how it goes, because maybe you don't want to do YouTube, maybe it doesn't work out, and then you're stuck with all this equipment that you bought. So take your time, and as you grow and your channel grows, make small investments here and there. Amazon has so much stuff. You don't have to get Canon, you don't have to get the name brand. Look on Amazon, look for sales. Black Friday, look for camera deals and stuff like that. Everything that I talked about will be linked down below. If you guys have any questions at all, feel free to comment and I will get back to you as soon as possible. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you do want to start your own channel, I wish you the best of luck. I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye, y'all. Okay, take 4. Started my channel, and everything that I